to live in the solution. I'm Mary Trimble, and I'm here with your readings for August the 20th through August the 26th. And I do a little astrology. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And what I do is I do a little astrological report for the week, if something interesting is going on, and then I go into the readings. So if you're new, as I said before, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here, and I really hope that you'll enjoy this channel and you'll keep coming back. And if you've been here before, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming back again and again. And I want to thank my patrons on Patreon, and I mean, they are just wonderful, you know, supporting me in this work that I do. So thank you, patrons. And if you are interested in checking out my Patreon page, click on this link here. Now, this is a general reading, guys. So if you'd like a personal reading, you can click on this link here, and that will take you to my website where you can learn a little bit more about the readings that I offer. Excuse me. Now, what else? Oh, thank you so much for liking, commenting. You know, guys, I really love comments and feedback. It's how I interact with you guys. That's what feeds my soul. So, you know, please comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Now, the astrological report is so exciting this week. Well, first of all, ta-da! Mercury is going direct. Now, give it a few days if you're thinking about a large purchase like a car or something like that. Just give it a few days because it's just changed direction, so it's a little bit slow. So let it get some momentum going before you go all out. Now, what else? On the 23rd, the sun goes into Virgo. Well, Virgo is an earth sign, so it's all about grounding, it's about practicality, it's about organization, it's about the body too. This is about being healthy. It's about eating right, exercising, really healing your body, taking care of it. It's so funny because I was thinking about it this morning. It's about this time of year I think about exercising. Woe and behold. And I ran into my neighbor the other day and I said, let's start power walking. You know? And then I realized, you know, we're going into Virgo. This is what I do each year. So it's about getting in shape. It's about being healthy. It's about taking care of ourselves. And then on the 24th, let me just check let me put my glasses on. I don't want to, the 25th. Oh, right. On the 25th, we move into this beautiful grand trine in earth signs. Now, that's a technical term. What it is, it's 3 planets in the shape of a triangle. You know, they're relating to each other, and they're relating to each other in a really lovely, harmonious way. What this means actually is that this is a really good, it's almost like a magical energy that manifests things. So if we've really been working hard on something, this is when it starts to really manifest and pay off. Now, on the 26th, we have the full moon in Pisces, and that is just, look, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, right? So it is kind of the end, the completion. It's like all the knowledge that's gained. It's almost going off into the ethereal. It's very spiritual, right? Kind of half here, half in another realm, if you will. And with the full moons are always about completions, right? They're always about endings and completions, getting ready to go into something new. So this in particular has this magical kind of energy, a really beautiful, what do I want to say? You know, spiritual, completion of something. So as I say, if you've been working hard on something, this is when it will be completed. Now, there is one thing that I must mention, and that is Venus is in a very challenging relationship with Pluto. Pluto is the furthest planet, right? The end again, right? And Pluto is about death and rebirth. So we could so with Venus in this really challenging relationship with Pluto, something could come to the end. And Venus is about relationships, it's about love, it's about romance, it's about finance, right? So you could have some kind of financial issues, challenges coming up, but I think it's probably going to be about relationships. Now, what this could mean that a relationship could come to an end, a completion. It could mature, and really, honestly, guys, this is a perfect time, and this is a really important time to actually step back and see where you have come from, what you've accomplished in life, and which direction you're going. It's a time to get your mind aligned with your heart to go forward, and it's about really organizing and getting all your ducks in a row so that you can move forward. As I said, this is a magical, incredible manifesting time. Make sure that you are manifesting what your heart is desiring to the fullest extent. Clear your mind and prepare. This is a wonderful time to lay the groundwork and the foundation, right? So without further ado, let's go to your cards, shall we? Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading for August the 20th through August the 26th. And the first card out for you is the moon. Darling, this has come up for so many people with this full moon in Pisces coming up at the end of the week. Look, when the moon comes up, it's saying, look, pay attention to your dreams, right? Pay attention to what you're dreaming. Also, really trust in your gut feeling. This is about intuition. It's about psychic abilities being enhanced right now. It's about the third eye. It's about things being illuminated that perhaps you hadn't noticed before. It's also about not to be afraid to face your fears, because the moon can cast shadows, and what's in the shadows, right? Don't be afraid of, addressing your fears. Now, clarifying this card, there are two, right? There's the Ace of Swords and there's the Five of Wands. There's a conflicting message here because the Five of Wands represents conflict, right? And the swords, the Ace of Swords is like a new beginning. I call the Ace of Swords the Ganesh of the tarot, right? This is like a new beginning that doesn't feel that easy. It's like, but the sword comes in to remove all the blocks. So you keep getting a block this way, so you have to go that way. Then you get a block that way and you have to go that way. And sometimes you kind of like, this isn't worth it. But when the sword comes in, it's like the machete in a thick, in the thick jungle. It's like chopping away at, all the vegetation that's blocking you, right? So that's what I think of this as, the machete in a jungle, clearing the way. Now, you have this conflict here. Let me just tune into these cards for a second. So, the moon is coming in and it's going to illuminate. You've got this opportunity, and it's going to let you see that this is a great opportunity, but you're conflicted with it, right? Because you're not sure if this opportunity or this new business or this new idea is going to work out. So you're kind of in this internal turmoil, so to speak. But the moon is saying, look, the light is there. You've got the Ace of Swords. The blocks will be removed. Your internal conflict is fear. You're kind of in fear that this isn't going to work out. Face your fears. It's not about ignoring the shadows. It's not about ignoring that fear. It's about addressing that fear. It's about shining the light on that fear and moving forward, because I feel that this emotional full moon is going to light something out. It's probably going to bring forward this conflict that you have surrounding it. And look, the next card you've got is the Eight of Cups, which kind of indicates that you're kind of disillusioned with the way your life is right now, that you're feeling you need something more meaningful, more substantial. And so this is like a feeling of leaving everything behind and moving forward. But look, when the Eight of Cups comes in, it's saying, this is about spirituality. It's about putting spirit first. It's about, being in being with like-minded people. Perhaps you've not been doing that. Perhaps you've been kind of on your own path, just getting things done and working day in and day out. And you have this brilliant idea, and it's almost like you're on the cusp of doing something very different, but there's some fear there. But if you kind of go within, or if you surround yourself by loving and supportive people that are on the same journey as you, then you're going to find it easier to move forward. And look, you've got the Three of Cups. This is celebration, darling. This is about looking at your cup half full as opposed to half empty. And that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you're kind of disillusioned and you're looking at what hasn't worked out and you're focusing on the negative aspects. And this is saying, look, this is like looking at the magic in every moment. It's like kicking off your shoes, going out with the girls, going out with the guys. I'm telling you, it's getting with like-minded people. It really is. And you've got the Magician, darling. You've got everything you require to create the life that you want. You're just not seeing that right now, or you're not feeling it. Let me put it that way, Taurus. Now, the next card, look, we've got the King of Cups. In this deck, he's kind of looking a little forlorn. He's kind of laid back and he's kind of, disappointed yet again. He's focusing on what he doesn't have. Like, he's done very well. He's created a wonderful life. He's affluent. He's worked hard. He's created this abundance for himself. He's got a great job. He's got, things are going well for him, but there's something missing. He feels there's something missing. This also is saying that you feel that something's missing. Now, the message in this is that if you're focusing on what's missing, then you'll always feel something's missing. This is about looking at your cup half full. This is about looking around at what you do have. It's like celebrating what you have as opposed to being disappointed about what you haven't. This is really focusing on the positive aspects of your life. You really have to kind of rein that in, Taurus. Now, clarifying it, you've got the Page of Pentacles, right? The Page of Pentacles is you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life. And this is a good opportunity. So the Page of Pentacles is you've got all this knowledge, you've come to the end of all your studying, you know what you're doing. Go forward. This is the next step. You need to move forward onto the next step. that fear, it's almost like you're in fear of doing that. You have opportunities here and you're in fear of moving forward. You'd rather kind of sit there and think about what hasn't worked for you than move forward. And next to it, you've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess, darling, is all that she's another one. You've got to kind of rely on your intuition and your gut feelings. She's going to come in. This is definitely about tapping into this knowledge. She has all these magical powers and this magical knowledge. Tap into it, but don't get the information from her, right? Get the power of the intuition and the psychic abilities. Yes, just don't hang out with her too long, because, you don't want to become her slave. And this is the result of that. Something's missing. You're feeling like something is missing in your life. And yet, if you look around, you're going to see opportunities around you, and you're going to see the magic. Look for the magic and you will see it, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, and comment, darling. I love it when you guys react with me. It feeds my soul. That's why I'm here. And subscribe if you haven't already. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading with Mary, go to www.liveinthesolution.com.